Fig tree verses 32-33. Now, he's saying the same is true about his return. When you see these things happening, Jesus says, you'll know I'm close right at the door. 32. Now take an example from the fig tree. When her branch has become soft and puts out its leaves, you are certain that the summer is near. 33. Even so, when you see all these things, you may be certain that he is near, even at the doors. Now, he's saying the same is true about his return. When you see these things happening, Jesus says, you'll know I'm close right at the door. So Jesus invites us to pay attention, not to panic, but to be aware, like a person watching the sky before a storm, or a mother who knows labor pains mean the baby is coming soon. These signs help us get ready. The warning about the generation, verse 34. 34. Truly, I say to you, this generation will not come to an end till all these things are complete. This verse has been debated a lot over the centuries. What does this generation means? Was Jesus talking about the people alive in his day, or the generation who sees the signs? In other words, God has a timeline, and when it begins, it won't drag on forever. He won't delay or forget his promises. He's faithful. It's like watching a thunderstorm roll in from far away. You see the dark clouds, then you hear the thunder. Soon after, the rain comes. You don't know the exact moment, but you know it's coming. God's words are eternal. Verse 35. 35. Heaven and earth will come to an end, but my words will not come to an end. This is such a comforting verse. Imagine everything around you, the trees, the sky, the ground beneath your feet. All of it, Jesus says, will eventually pass away, but his words, they last forever. In a world where everything changes, where people break promises, leaders rise and even the ground W, we walk on can be shaken. Jesus says, you can count on my words. Let's say you're on a ship in the middle of a storm. Waves are tossing the boat. The sky is dark. It feels like everything is out of control. Then the captain's voice comes over the radio. Hold tight. I will guide you through. That voice, full of calm and authority, becomes your anchor. Jesus' words are like that. No matter how chaotic life gets, his promises remain. They're not outdated or weak. They're alive and unshakable. No one knows the exact time. Verse 36. 36. But of that day and hour, no one has knowledge, not even the angels in heaven or the Son, but the Father only. Here's where Jesus humbles everyone, including himself. He says, nobody knows the exact day or hour when I'll return, not the angels in heaven, not even me, but only the Father. Imagine a surprise party. The guests know the party is coming, but they don't know exactly when the birthday boy will arrive. They just stay ready. Jesus is saying, don't try to guess the date. That's not the point. You don't need to know the exact time. You just need to live ready, be alert, be faithful, every day like it matters. People throughout history have tried to predict the end of the world. They make charts, set dates, and stir up fear. But Jesus says plainly, only God the Father knows. If even angels don't know, and even Jesus in his humanity didn't know, how could we? So instead of guessing, we trust. We stay faithful. We stay awake. Like the days of Noah. Verse 37. 37. And as were the days of Noah, so will be the coming of the Son of Man. Let's take a trip back in time to Noah's day. Imagine people living their lives, busy with their own plans. They were getting married, building houses, running businesses. Everything seemed normal, but Noah was different. He was building a massive boat in the middle of dry land. People laughed at him. They said, rain, flood, you're crazy. But Noah kept building. He kept listening to God. Then one day, the skies opened, the rain came, and everything changed. Jesus says that's what his return will be like. People will be living their regular lives. Some will be distracted. Some will ignore the signs. But the faithful like Noah will be ready. Being ready doesn't mean living in fear. It means living with purpose. It means knowing this life isn't the end. It means loving people well, sharing hope, and keeping your heart close to God. Bringing it all together, Jesus wasn't giving us a mystery to solve. He was giving us a heart check. He wants us to stay awake, to stay connected to Him, and to trust that no matter how wild the world gets, He has a plan, and He is coming back. So what should we do? Be like the fig tree, pay attention to what's happening in the world. Trust His words, they're more solid than the earth beneath your feet. Let go of the need to know exactly when, just stay ready. Live like Noah, not perfect, but faithful, in obeying, preparing. We should watch and pray, as Jesus told us, be ready at all times. Thanks for watching. Remember that God loves you. Please subscribe for more videos.